On July 4th, 1889, Ellensburg was a booming city with a lot of promise. And on the same day, delegates from the city of Ellensburg were in Olympia for the Constitutional Convention because during that year, on February 22nd, Washington had been granted statehood. This had been something that we had been looking for years, since our separation from Oregon, when Oregon had achieved statehood in 1859. However, we had decided on that day not to have as many celebrations as we would normally. The circus had come to town that morning, setting up south of Ellensburg, but they could not raise the big top. The wind was blowing just as fierce as it does some days today. But for that, the circus could not happen, so they got on the train and left town. Not only was it windy in Ellensburg, but the conditions were drier than normal. The Yakima River was running lower than it had ever, and conditions were just ripe for a fire. We looked at Seattle and Vancouver, Washington, who had just burned in the month of June, and said we would not have fireworks or any other celebratory means beyond dances and balls and events of social natures to celebrate our Independence Day. But that night at 10:30 p.m., the cries of fire rang out amongst the community. Those attending a ball had looked out the window and had seen one of the dry goods stores, J.S. Anthony's Blue Front store on Main Street, afire. Quickly they rushed out and tried to lend a helping hand, but conditions as they were, it was only a matter of hours till Ellensburg lay in ruins. All of downtown Ellensburg, 10 blocks, melted like candle wax. The homes of 200 folks gone in a matter of 4 hours. The glow was seen from downtown Yakima over the hills as how hot and fast and furious Ellensburg burned. Newspaper accounts carried the story of Ellensburg's demise within days after the fire, lamenting Ellensburg's loss in the race for state capital and our potential future. But we said we would persevere. Quickly, the folks of Ellensburg cleared the rubble and rebuilt. It only took 4 months for most of Ellensburg to rebuild. But to this day, we still have one major question: who done it? In Seattle, we know it's an overturned glue pot. Spokane, which burned a month later in August 1889, they have some really good ideas as to what happened there. But Ellensburg, we still don't know to this day whether it was accidental or incendiary.